videos of things they've said and all this kind of crap. So let's look at some of the people who have turned on me, right? Some of the people who think I should be canceled. And let's decide who's the real danger to women. If it's me or if it's some of these individuals who are champion women's rights, right? They're out here to protect women, supposedly.
Trying to save them from
this is where it gets
because I'm such a bad guy. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this guy.
Some clips. Oh boy.
Ethan Klein, let's go.
In this climate, it's like you can't say anything anymore. I can't say anything without tons of people getting triggered and complaining. Nobody cares to listen and understand. Everybody just hates each other every more.
Yeah, it's almost like people wish that some other people get deleted for having a differing opinion.
He did this? Ethan did this?
It's crazy. Nobody can express their opinion anymore.
Our apes or whatever, right? Our Neanderthal cousins were probably just raping like crazy. So there's definitely something like in us to like conquer. Men want to like conquer.
Right.
So it's, you know, women are in a nature setting like to be conquered. I love that I could just say nigger though.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't really say that.
That was just like hard R, flat out. What are you gonna do?
Doesn't trigger me.
Do we have any insight into what they're actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas? Someone should bomb that building.
I know he's just being sarcastic and provocative. He's not really calling for terrorism. I mean, give me a break. That's another. Yeah. I'm not going to let that this should trigger me because it's also out of context. It doesn't show the breadth of who this guy is. I've watched his show, not a ton, but enough to know that he's just sarcastic and he really is harmless. So you know, I know that Tate's just given him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, that's what it is. But, he's giving him back.
But
exactly what they did to him.
we don't need to.
But we see both sides. We think it's stupid both ways.
We need to not become the evil that we're trying to fight. And it's hard. It's hard not to. But
that's what she said.
We need to not be that. He didn't call for a terrorist attack. Oh, God, everybody calm down.
Who's the danger to the internet? This guy's calling for terrorist attacks?
By YouTube standards and all the shit that they've said, yeah, he should have been immediately canceled and wiped off the internet and, you know, wiped off the face of the earth. But again, he was just being sarcastic. So he's not really a danger to anybody. And if there's someone on the other end of that screen going, Ethan made me do it, give me a fucking break. They're the problem. That's a lunatic. We need to reopen the loony bins and throw him in.
Calling for rape?
Say women are just there to be conquered?
Who the fuck is this guy? This guy's a genuine, credible threat to women because on top of it all, he's objectively unattractive. Just like we talked about earlier, when you look up any kind of sexual predator, they're unattractive people. He's objectively unattractive, objectively out of shape, and he's clearly calling and saying absolutely disgusting.
Huh?
Ted Bundy was a good-looking guy. You know who Ted Bundy is?
Yeah, the guy who killed like multiple girls.
Yeah, I guess he's just the exception to the rule. But yes, typically they are gross. I didn't, that comment, women are just out in nature to be conquered.
Didn't see context.
Yeah, what's the context there? He was talking about cave people, and I think that was true. People didn't have any social. Can you take those glasses off? I
just wanted to wear them because my friend Nolan left them in my car. And I sent him a picture with them on, and then he started complaining at me to give them back. So.
Are those the ones the dog was wearing earlier?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Why is YouTube not panicking about him? And then he's going to sit there and pretend he cares about women?
The N-word? I am respectful enough to everybody in across the planet that although I am a mixed-race individual, I do not use the N-word. What the fuck? But you know what? That just goes to show. And you know what I think the thing about Ethan is, Andrew? When you read his comments about, I went to this nightclub and all the security were black. All the security were black. And that was weird. And then his wife is trying to pretend that she didn't notice. I was just noticing that they were wearing suits. These two racists are sitting together saying the N-word and talking about how unsafe they feel when the security are black. They see a man like you, who is a person of color, come up in the world and try and tear you down with allegations, with allegations of crime. I mean, how racist can you get? This guy has shown his true colors. When I saw these clips, I was like, now it makes sense.
But they're clips.
Yeah, I don't think Ethan's racist either. The big thing is that he's just changed so much. I used to actually enjoy his videos, and now he's just become such a puss. I can't even watch him anymore.
Really? What's changed? What do you mean he's been a puss?
He's just a hypocrite. All the stuff that he used to say, like that you can't say anything without getting canceled, and he's like praying that Tate gets canceled. He constantly calls Tate a sex trafficker, says that he beats women, like all the allegations that were proven false, and he just keeps going with them. When the Fresh and Fit guys, when they were trying to get him on a podcast, he's like, well, I need to see your vax cards before you come to the studio. He's just a puss now.
He's clearly a racist, and he's trying to heavily compensate. But because he's a misogynist and a racist, and because he's a danger to women, he's like, no, that guy's the danger. Don't worry about me.
The mixed race protective.
Well, I'm not buying any of this unless I see everything, all those things in full context. That's all there is to it. I mean, he's not going to convince me that Ethan's a racist by
a few clips.
By doing the same exact thing that he hates having done to him.
Agreed.
Never talked about raping women and doesn't talk about running around wanting to rape them like I do. He's the danger. The guy that all the women actually want to talk to, he's the danger. But me, I'm not.
Man, imagine in nature, the women would just be there to be conquered.
Nature, conquer.
Or got your hand down your pants.
Conquer them.
Racist.
You ain't conquered shit between